The winding road to where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Falcons going up against the Cowboys.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough. January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And here are the Falcon offensive starters.
It's real easy to express how much you love about Julio Jones' game because when you watch him perform, you see a little bit of everything. You see speed, you see strength, you see the power with the run after catch. But what you don't see is the work he puts in during the week, and you also don't see this. A #1 receiver, one of the best in the league, that doesn't act like a diva.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw here. Wants a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
One thing he does very well, he takes care of the football. Had 176 pass attempts to start his career without an interception. That's the most in NFL history. And finished his rookie year, 23 touchdown passes and only 4 interceptions.
And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Fournette, 1st down, still going. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles?
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Everybody take one, hey, get it, get it. There we go, going to 53. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. There we go. Got it.
Here's Prescott. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Green will come in motion right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Prescott on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The starting defense for the Falcons.
When evaluating Grady Jarrett coming out of college, I had a great discussion with numerous scouts, and they all loop back to the same thing about it, his quickness. And we saw that on display in the Super Bowl against New England, where he worked inside and caused all kinds of havoc and pressure up the middle. Excellent movement skills, can get to the quarterback, and knows how to make plays.
Prescott now on second down. And his throw here is incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second and goal. Prescott. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Trying to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. The left side completion to Jones. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And they weren't his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard at the 38-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now Leonard Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the red zone now, Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Will Fuller from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R.A. see?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. He'll look to throw. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On play action, they'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? They'll set up a throw over the middle here to Rudolph. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Deion Jones. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First down, Prescott. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense will be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Matt Bosher now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cowboys are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Falcons didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Falcons opening up on offense. Rudolph's got the catch, but fumbles here. Cowboys end up picking up the ball and scoring. 1st and 10. Fuller's got the catch here on the quick pass, and after the short pass, he'll score. That takes the lead up to 10. 3rd down at the 29. Prescott's on target, middle of the field. And nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. Cowboys push the lead to 17. Now to late in the 2nd. Jones has got the sack here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. So that's going to do it for us. We'll send you back now to field level for some more playoff football.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he's got room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Play clock winding down. On second down, here's Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple plays, these guys been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on third.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. To throw is Prescott. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. The play clock's running down. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On second down, Williams. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jeremiah Tauchu with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Falcons grab it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Let's go! B19!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jalen Smith in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're going to look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people,
out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Time running out here on the play clock. This is taken at about the 14. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They hand off to their big tight end. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They'll drop to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. To throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. He'll drop to throw. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught. Jones. And they get 28 yards on that one. And that leads to an Atlanta 1st down. And he spikes it here with 35 seconds left. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Unfortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw here. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Down to 7 seconds now. 6. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And they're moving on to the conference.